Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. All Killer episode 31. It started here, taping Block B, a tournament for tomorrow too, but we got some non-tournament action. With some competitors that were eliminated from the tournament last night. Of course, Green Ant going on to win Block A. In fact, it was Green Ant that dismissed Darius Carter from the tournament for tomorrow too. Probably not going to sit too well with Darius Carter. Good opportunity for Anthony Stone, though. Perennial favorite here at Beyond Wrestling. Always fights with everything he's got. Very proud individual. Very skilled competitor. Coming up short against Matthew Palmer. Unfortunately for Anthony Stone, it seems his on-again, off-again relationship with Nicholas K. is certainly on again. Nicholas K. now aligning himself with Mike Quest, and hopefully that will not be a contributing factor to the decision in this matchup. Anthony Stone's going to stay focused. I mean, he's got his hands full as it is with Darius Carter alone. Darius Carter, very skilled, technical wrestler, a student of the game. He's picked up some of his techniques just by studying the greats. If anything, he's improved on some of those techniques. Darius Carter's biggest problem is his attitude, that sense of entitlement. Because he's been with Beyond Wrestling since day one. He feels like he runs the place. It's certainly not the case. Right there you see Darius Carter simply cannot rid himself of Anthony Stone's grip. Trying to throw him off, and Anthony Stone held on. Now switching positions. As he's trying to hook those hands together. Even without doing so, was still able to take Darius Carter over, and now with a submission predicament. That butterfly lock, both of those arms, that double underhook, and Darius Carter trying to bridge out. And I think he might have caught Anthony Stone a little bit low right there. I don't know if the official was in position. A close call. But it certainly wouldn't surprise me, especially with Darius Carter's reputation, if he would drop the knee on the groin. Either way, the complexion of this matchup has changed. The tide turning into the favor of Darius Carter, who just punched Anthony Stone right in the hand. Stone trying to prop himself off the mat so that he cannot be pinned, even if he can't defend himself. And Darius Carter stopping nothing to make a statement, especially after coming up short last night. You know, you look at all the wrestlers that have come through Beyond Wrestling. Guys like JT Dunn, guys like Aaron Epic, guys like Anthony Stone, Biff Busick, Chris Dickinson even, the list goes on and on. To me, there's always one name that sticks out like a sore thumb. And that is Darius Carter, who has not been able to accomplish anything in the world of wrestling outside of Beyond Wrestling. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he takes shortcuts. He will cheat anytime the opportunity presents itself. A match with a competitor like Anthony Stone wants to get the job done. His God-given ability, based on his own ability, based on his merits. He would rather lose than take a shortcut. That's somebody that you admire. That's somebody you want to get behind. Right now, he might be getting on top of Darius Carter. Wait for him to get in position, just slid right through and kicked him. Sizing up Carter on the floor. Might be taking a little bit too much time, though. Oh, just kicked him right in the spine. One well-placed foot. Carter trying to shrug off Stone. Stone staying on top of Carter. That's what he's got to do, too. Face first into the buckle. Chopping him up against the post. Stone's got to be careful, though. Darius Carter is vicious. Absolutely no remorse whatsoever. See right there, using that steel post just to stretch Anthony Stone. Issuing a warning from the official. Now just grabbing his hair, pulling his neck across that steel cable. Darius Carter playing it innocent. Absolutely not. Stone's going to be careful right here. His arms tied up in the ropes. Just caught right across the face of that European-style uppercut. And again. Third one, finding the mark. Stone unable to protect himself. Darius Carter doing the damage. Much to the chagrin of the fans here ringside. And we've opened up our studio tapings for the first time ever this weekend. We've got fans as well as the wrestlers ringside. The tournament for tomorrow, too. Darius Carter certainly slowing things down. That's a strategy that you cannot fault. Hard to tell from my vantage point, but it looks like he was pulling away at the face. That is a strategy that you can argue against. Shouldn't be doing that. Bending the rules, risking disqualification, and certainly not hurting him any fans, whether it's between the wrestlers or the people sitting ringside. Stone, though, continues to fight back. That doesn't surprise me. He's got blood flowing through his body. His heart is beating. He's going to be fighting. Oh. Darius is just so methodical, and Anthony Stone is so unpredictable. Oh! Caught in midair. I think that Stone was for the drop kick in the corner. Caught himself on the second rope, and sometimes that chaos can certainly work against you. Caution the wind. Went all in on that moonsault. Hey, guess what? When you're upside down, 6 feet in the air, you got nowhere to go but down. That's exactly what happened. Darius Carter just driving the knee to the side of the head, right into the pin. Stone kicks out. Stone made a big mistake with that moonsault. He's certainly paid for it right here.
They don't believe in you. Why would they believe in you?
Now Darius Carter's starting to cough off. That'll shut up anybody. GD down ringside. Trying to encourage Anthony Stone to get back up to his feet. As Darius Carter continues to punish him. But see, this is exactly what I don't like about Darius Carter. He's got his opponent down. What is he doing wasting time? Showboating, hot dogging around the ring. He loves to make a scene. Constantly trying to get his message. The crusade for change. You know, for somebody who talks so much, he really doesn't say a lot. Without TJ Marconi by his side, I'm actually a little bit surprised to see him trying to back it up himself. Stone's going to be careful. He's going to try and extricate himself from this very dangerous position. His face just being grinded into the steel post. He's going to be careful not to get cut. Darius Carter holding on, firing away shots to the kidneys with his head. I think he's going to be looking for a backdrop suplex. Anthony Stone, though, trying to find his footing. Look at that counter. Caught him with the sliced bread and the drop kick. Just like that, Darius Carter grabbing Anthony Stone, but Stone had a counter. What can Darius do from this position? He's holding on to Anthony Stone's leg so that Stone can't turn him over. And did he go to the eyes right there? It was hard to tell because of Stone's hair. He had a counter for that back body drop. Couldn't get out of the way of that kick. Stone is just off the wall. whip. Holding on for that sunset flip. Oh, and as Darius trying to get back up to his feet, he got that with a double stomp right to the back of the head. Like it's hooked. Carter kicks out. Anthony Stone and Darius Carter making their debuts for Beyond Wrestling right around the same time to keep the streak alive taping. In June of 2010, if memory serves correct. And Anthony Stone has gone on to accomplish so much more in the world of professional wrestling. Who's going to go to bat for Darius Carter? When Beyond Wrestling is an opportunity to impress your peers. Oh, God! I want to talk about taking liberties with an opponent. Stone, no way to defend himself. He just got kicked right in the back of the skull. Still somehow managing to kick out. And not only that, looking for a counter. He's got a free arm at Darius Carter. He's going to try and break it. Carter trying to get his foot under the rope, successful in doing so. But getting back to my point, when Carter cheats so frequently, you know, even if the referee doesn't get to see, he's certainly earned a bad reputation. Wrestlers aren't going to go bad for him. They're not going to try and help him expand his horizons, find work in other promotions. But I think that Darius Carter would be content being a big fish in a little pond. I think that he's more than happy just to pick up victories, to try and work his way to the top of Beyond Wrestling, become the #1 ranked wrestler here. I think that that's his end game. Right now he's looking for that regal plex. Stone had that scouted. Trying to roll through. Now he's got the leg tied up. He's got the arm trapped. Now just bending Darius Carter in half. Trying to get him to tap out. See Darius evaluating his options. Which set of ropes is he closest to? Instead, once again, going to the eyes. And somebody as well-conditioned as Anthony Stone, who takes his fitness so seriously, constantly in the gym, constantly working out. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how muscular you are. There's certain parts of the body you cannot build up, and the eyes are one of them. Oh, man, what an awkward landing for Anthony Stone right there. Abdomen first into that turnbuckle. He might have even caught his shoulder on the post. Just hung out to dry as the attack from Darius Carter continues.
This place loves you, huh? You're on no posters. You're on nothing. Come on.
Darius Carter trying to tell Anthony Stone that he's nothing because he's not on the posters. Really grasping for straws right here, trying to get into his opponent's head. Now he's trying to cave it in with that regal plex. Can he connect? Stone with a counter once again. And caught Darius with a kick in the back of the head. Elbow to the top of the skull now. And Stone trying to pick up the pace once again. Looking for the double knees. He's finished off so many opponents with that. And now Darius has got Stone hooked up from a kneeling position. Can he connect? Oh, God! That just sucked all the energy out of the room. Anthony Stone's chance is not looking good right here. The official seeing if Anthony Stone's been hurt. Stone, though, still wants to fight. Discretion is the better part of valor. Oh, just running in face first to the foreclosure. Darius Carter picking up the victory over Anthony Stone. Rubbing it in. Get off of him. Stone was really looking to turn the tides at the end right there, giving it everything he got. But Carter knocked him out, driving his knee into the temple. And even still, kicking away at Anthony Stone, even after the match, even though he beat his opponent in this case, granted, he took a few shortcuts to get here, but ultimately, Darius Carter defeated Anthony Stone without cheating. Not getting the respect that he'd hoped for from his peers, from the wrestlers ringside or the fans. I'm not even sure if that's what he wants. I think that negativity may fuel him.
If I can't win tomorrow, I will take tomorrow. Round of applause. He did great. He really did. Who's just standing for losing? What's that?
Tough break for Anthony Stone. Tournament action, we got Jules Malone. Lost to Matthew Palmer in the first round. Going up against Eric Corvis, somebody not invited to compete in the tournament this year.
I might as well just sit here and read, because reading my book is more challenging than wrestling a woman.
Now, Corvis should know better than that. Jules Malone throwing it right back in his face.
Why was I carrying around the book?
What's your coloring book?
It's his coloring book!
Well, Jules Malone perhaps coming out on top of the war words.
There are words. There's some words.
I think Corvis maybe a little bit upset that he's not going to be able to just bully her around like he does with most of his opponents.
Do not belong in the ring. Take your shoes off, go be barefoot in the kitchen, make you a sandwich.
Corvis should definitely know better than that, especially some of the women that he's faced here at a Beyond Wrestling ring. I'm really surprised to hear those words coming out of his mouth.
Which is the kitchen, making me food and doing my laundry. Why would I give that up? Listen, we don't have to wrestle. We'll go out for some food. We'll go out on a date. You'll get to know me. You'll realize I'm not.
Corvis really likes his food.
Store where you get your $2 allowance every 3 weeks.
And Jules Malone. She's got a mouth on her.
She's a good cook! Nobody talks bad about my mother.
Now, Corvis has run his mouth so much that Jules Malone has insulted his mother. I think Corvis was trying to get under the skin of Jules Malone. Instead, he's the one who's had his concentration broken.
We'll do it. We'll wrestle.
Jules Malone, the big shit-eating grin plastered across her face. Not afraid to back down from any challenge. Has earned the moniker of the hardcore princess.
It's a woman. You remember that.
She's not only increased her bookings against men, but also competing in death matches. It's Jules Malone. It takes a special type of person to compete in one of those.
That's disgusting.
That was the highlight of your life.
Jules Malone wiping some sort of residue off her eyes. I don't know if Corvis licked her. Corvis hasn't been too happy with his standing at Beyond Wrestling over the past couple months. Jules Malone holding on to the headlock with dear life. I think we saw a little bit of noogie action in there too. Just pouring salt in the wounds. And coming down with that headlock takeover. Running up the ropes for added leverage. Taking down her larger opponent. Smart strategy out of Jules Malone. This weekend, a really good opportunity for Jules Malone. Rising star coming out of Canada. This is her work in WSU that earned her a spot here at Tournament for Tomorrow. able to stay one step ahead of Corvis. Now look for that crucifix into the sunset pin. Corvis kicks her out. Jules Malone trying to get back up to her feet. Both competitors on hands and knees. But Malone strikes first. Oh, but Corvis was playing possum. Kicked her right in the leg and down in the head. Oh! Perhaps a bit uncalled for. Not the punch to the face, not necessarily. I mean, maybe should be hit with a closed fist, but continuing to run his mouth, even though it's already proven to be relatively ineffective. Instead, perhaps a more hard-hitting, straightforward approach is going to be what it's going to take to do Jules Malone in today. Victor in the back, now targeting her with those knee strikes. Oh, just driving her back across his knee. We saw him do that to Johnny Miyagi last night. Left lacerations up and down his back with that back rake. Corvis, for the longest period of time, who felt like he had Beyond Wrestling's best interests ahead of his own, seems to only be out for himself these days. So smug, so proud of himself is Eric Corvis. What has he got to show for it besides a face full of turnbuckle? And look at this combination out of Jules Malone. Snapping the neck back. And right to the jackknife pin. What a combo. Only good for a 2 count. Oh, man. Not prepared for that. First the slap and then the knee strike, and now Jules Malone is in serious trouble right here.
How you feeling, huh, sweetie? How you feeling, Toots?
I'm sure she's not feeling good, but she's still fighting back, trying to get back up to her feet. Just as we saw Darius Carter going after the eyes in the previous match, now Corvis looking for the shortcut, going after the throat. Corvis looking to send Jules Malone for the ride. Hard into the buckle. Taking too much time though, in my opinion.
I'm breaking a sweat. That's surprising.
Jules Malone got the boot up. Corvis did take too much time. Maybe should be more focused on his opponent. Look at that as he kicks out. Just drives Jules Malone face first with that face buster. Just like Darius Carter was a very talented individual, Corvis can certainly get it done in the ring. A very innovative competitor, but his attitude leaves a lot to be desired. I think everything changed for Corvis. He spent a number of months on the shelf with a neck injury. When he came back to Beyond Wrestling, man, had the landscape changed. He was at one of our live events in Cleveland, Ohio. One of the wrestlers on the roster tried to stab him. I think at that point he realized maybe it's not worth it to defend Beyond Wrestling, to put his body on the line. At least it's not worth it for him. I'm sure there's plenty of others that would disagree. Jules Malone, just moments ago, sending Corvis face first into the training ring. Now wailing on him on the outside. Just absolutely loading. And typically Corvis, who knows how to make the best of his environment, I would say that being on the outside of the ring favors him. Maybe not, because Jules Malone is insane. Corvis going to the eyes, though. He's going back to that pillar. Really gouging those sharp fingernails into the eyeballs. Malone trying to pick up Corvis on the floor. Head first into the pillar. And the Samoan drop. That looked like it took a lot of energy out of Jules Malone, but still able to connect. Corvis sending her opponent head first into concrete and slammed him down, only about an inch of padding on that concrete floor. A very, very hard landing. And now she's going to have to expend even more energy trying to bring Corvis into the ring. Don't think that she's going to be content with a count-out victory. And look at that, just pulling Corvis, his lifeless body into the ring. Corvis able to get the shoulder off the mat. Jules Malone unable to hook the legs. This could have been a mistake right there. She already had her opponent down on the mat. Corvis finding that opening with that knee in the midsection. They're going to pick him up once again. Couldn't find her footing, and Corvis just kicking her in the back and again. Jules Malone starting to run on empty. This time, able to take Corvis down into the stunners. That could be enough. Corvis still kicking out. Jules Malone needs more coverage on that pinning combination to put Corvis away. Just a couple seconds away from shutting him up. Maybe she was overhead belly to belly. Trying to fight back. Man, did you hear the impact on the elbow? And right to the right knee bomb, the impact into the pin! Just did not have the extension to get her legs over the shoulders of Corvis. I think that would have been it. But with every attempt at a power move on Jules Malone, I think she's just doing more and more damage to herself. Realizing that now, transitioning into a stretch plum to maximize effectiveness, she's going to get her leg over Corvis's leg. Prevent him from doing this right here. Getting up to his feet, but that'll work too. And this time, the leg hooked. Corvis still kicks out. Jules Malone can't get frustrated right here. Having to dig deep late in the match. Again, I have to question the strategy. She brought Corvis to his feet, and now he's going to hook up. Oh, the trapper keeper backbreaker. What a landing. First, the impact across the spine. And then just getting dropped on her head. Corvis, though, he's the one that's going to shake the cobwebs. Reaching over to try and pull her position away from the ropes. Couldn't roll my eyes hard enough. Surprised you guys couldn't hear that on commentary. After the fight that Jules Malone has given him, how can he continue to
genius. I'm too good for you. I'm a man.
Look at that. That elbow sending Corvis out of the ring. He's going to be careful. He took a spill close to here earlier in the match when face first into the training ring. Now trapped in the ropes, these two go blow for blow. Kicked him hard enough, rebounded off the ropes, face first, into the canvas. Get him away from the ropes, Jules. Corvis just in the nick of time getting that left shoulder off the mat. Whatever it is that Jules is looking for, she's got tunnel vision. Because once again, she's pulled Corvis off the mat. Now looking for a running bulldog. This time, Corvis shrugs her off, up in a position, walking around the ring. Oh, God! Is that going to be enough? 1, 2, 3. Just dumped her on her head with the elevated German suplex. And Eric Corvis picking up the win.
Because I'm a man.
Oh, give me a break!
Little entry for my journal. Listen, sweetie, I like it rough. First entry. Not that rough.
That's a book that needs to be burned.
This is where you cheer the winner. Boo! I'll sit here until you cheer me. I'll sit right here until you cheer me. Then you have to deal with me all
Sitting
day.
with the fans, demanding that they cheer him. How about cheering Jules Malone? What a performance out of her. Even in defeat, showing just how gutsy she is, not backing down. coming underway. Already calling the shiny cocksucker. We almost saw a repeat of Green and Matthew Palmer. And Matthew Palmer trying to get away from Johnny Cockstrong. He backed himself up into a corner. Literally, figuratively. And now Johnny Cockstrong trying to get him to submit. I don't even know, a variation of the camel clutch. We'll call it the cock clutch. Matthew Palmer producing a toothbrush and toothpaste out of nowhere. We know that he's obsessed with his looks. I think that's taking a little bit too far. Johnny Cockstrong, for the purposes of today's match, said he wanted to be a little bit more family-friendly since there were going to be fans in attendance. We do see some children in the crowd. He has dubbed himself today Johnny Cockstrong. So I may be remiss to call the opening move a shining cocksucker. We'll call it a shining clocksucker, as well as the clock clutch. That's a mouthful. Fuck you, Johnny Cockstrong. I'm on Team Palmer now.
What are you talking about? That's toothpaste. Yeah.
Of course, Matthew Palmer coming from Texas. We saw ACH come out for tournament tomorrow, even though he came up short in the finals. That launched his career. Matthew Palmer hoping to do the same here today. He came up short in the tournament for tomorrow. Block A finals to Greenan, who will go on tomorrow to compete at Vet Music. Matthew Palmer just a little too obsessed with his looks. He calls himself the centerfold. He's a very handsome individual. Man pretty, they might even say. But you got Johnny Cockstrong to worry about, pal. And what happened right there, the referee, that idiot couldn't get out of the way. And the go-to clock has been countered. Johnny Cockstrong in the corner. And now Matthew Palmer's got the clock. You missed the whole bit earlier. You're going to be here in person. What the He just smashed a glass clock over his own head. It was obviously going for Cockstrong. Cockstrong was out of the way. Rebound. This guy's getting... How does he not have glass in his eyes? And now trying to kick shards of broken glass out of the ring. Cockstrong looking to pin him. A very unique counter. These guys are rolling around in broken glass trying to pin each other. What the hell is going on? This is the damnedest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Now trying to bridge up. No, instead Johnny Cockstrong trying to put him in the trunks of the pile driver. Matthew Palmer can't even see right now. He's got him up. Palmer's going to counter. He's trying to pass Johnny Cockstrong. And just enough to put him down. And he pinned his shoulders to the mat in broken glass. Because we had to have Johnny Cockstrong today. Subscribe, youtube.com/beyondwrestling. Do you want to see more of that? I don't want to see more of that. Broken glass. That's taking a little bit too far.